I hope you're ready because your life is about to change. Welcome to Today with Lindy. I'm your host, Lindy Tedesco, and let's get right into things. But before we do, just do me a favor and hit the subscribe button at the bottom of your screen, and we'll get right into today's message. Do you feel like you're stuck? Do you feel stuck in any way in your life, in anything, whether it's a relationship, your job, finances, family, whatever it is? Do you feel stuck? Do you feel like, you go on this process, you go on this journey, okay, this is it, it's about to change, and then you're in the same place again. You just keep ending up in the same place. I know that it can be very, very discouraging. I've been there. I totally get it. It's not fun. And the reason is because, obviously, at least it should be obvious by now if you've been listening to these videos, is because something has to change. And today you can make choices. Every single day you have to choose to make the changes that are necessary to have a different result come your way. Bottom line, if your insides don't change, your outside situation will not change. Okay, so a lot of people think, I'm processing. You just got to give me a minute to work this out. It's good. I promise you, it's going to be good. I used to think that in order for my situations to change, the outside environment was my problem. So I would move around, I would bounce around, and I lived like a gypsy for a bit. And even if I stopped moving, I still carried the mentality of that gypsy bounce around mentality, because I felt like the problem was outside of me, and I wasn't dealing with really the root of the problem, which was internal. And if you don't change your insides, and if you were bad with money and someone gave you $1 million or you won the lottery, it would only be a matter of time before you were broke again, because the problem isn't that you don't have money. The problem is internal. It means you don't manage it well, you don't know how to manage it well, or you spend it foolishly, you waste it, and you're going to end up back in the same situation. Maybe you think the problem is you keep getting overlooked for a promotion and it keeps going to other people. If you're not getting a promotion, there's a reason. There's something internal that needs to change that other people are seeing and perhaps you're not seeing it. Okay? So if you were to take, for example, a plant that was in the corner of your room. I just did this recently, so I have this fresh analogy in my head. And the plant still has green in it. Like, you could see it's still alive, but it's decaying. It's not doing well in that area. So you move that plant to a sunny spot, and then you start to water it, and right away you will see that plant perk up, okay? Compared to if you have a plant in a darker part of the house, and that plant is dead at the root, there's no green in it, and you put that plant in the same kind of a place where there's more sunshine, you start watering it, well, that plant isn't going to come back, is it? So let's make this comparison. If your insides don't have life, because this is my point. Yes, your outside environment is very important. I'm not saying it isn't important. But if you don't have the right internal ingredients, no matter where you're placed in your outside environment, those outside elements won't have anything to make an internal contact with to create growth. Just like the plant. If the plant has some internal life, if it has some of that chloroplast, if its roots are still alive, and then you put it into that environment, and the sunshine comes and feeds it, and the soil gives it the nutrients, and the water is able to be absorbed by the roots, it will begin to flourish. It will benefit from its outside elements. But if the inside of that plant has nothing good with the outside elements to work with, to mix with, You need both. You need the inside of the plant has to have good stuff, and the elements have to feed what's already there that's good. Does that make sense? So if you don't have good elements inside of you, no matter what kind of outward circumstances come your way, they won't benefit you. Okay, so how do you make the good? What kind of things do you have to put in you to put good inside elements that will then be able to work with the outside elements and begin thriving? You have to feed your mind with positive thoughts, positive things like, instead of thinking, oh, I'm so ugly, I'm so fat, I'm so whatever your thing is, you have to start saying, you know what, I'm beautiful. I can do this. I am strong. I am healthy. I am successful. I am able to learn. I am smart. Like, you need to change the way you view yourself. You need to start thinking this. You need to start talking this. And you need, and as you do that, you're not going to believe it right away, but you will begin to believe that those positive things are true. And now when the outward circumstances of opportunity meet with you, poof, you will have a growth out of it. You will have a beneficial growth out of it. And that growth will benefit not only you, it'll benefit those around you. If a seed is planted and it's healthy, it's not dead, and the sun and the water and everything meets with it and it grows, what does it do? It brings forth something that somebody can either eat or something beautiful to make them feel good on the inside. So you will benefit, you will grow, and those around you will benefit and grow. Pretty short, pretty quick, but probably the most powerful message I've given recently. I believe that if you keep filling your insides with good things, then when you are moved to, or opportunity is before you, the opportunity and your outside elements will mingle with the good things you are putting inside yourself, and you will grow, you will prosper, you will become more successful. That's it. Keep seeing, keep changing and growing, and you all have a great day.